In dance training, whether it's children or adults, almost every beginner shares the same experience when practicing front or side splits. It hurts a lot. Some people even describe the pain as piercing or tearing, something so unbearable it sparks fear and resistance. But why does stretching hurt so much? Is this pain normal? And more importantly, how can you safely and effectively improve your flexibility for splits? Let's explore these questions through the lens of body mechanics and scientific training. First, understand where the pain comes from. At its core, the pain arises because your flexibility simply hasn't reached the level required for splits. Splits demand mobility and openness from the hips, pelvis, and lower back, which all rely on the flexibility and elasticity of your muscles, ligaments, and fascia. Several key areas directly affect your flexibility for splits. The muscles surrounding the hip joint are crucial. Splits involve hip abduction, rotation, and extension, movements controlled by muscle groups like the gluteus maximus, piriformis, and tensor fasciae lati. If these muscles are tight, your movement will feel restricted. Then there are the adductor muscles, responsible for bringing the legs together. During splits, these muscles, such as the gracilis, adductor longus, and adductor magnus, need sufficient stretchability. For beginners, these muscles are often extremely tight, which is why the pain feels so intense. Hamstrings and hip flexors also play a vital role. The hamstrings control the stretch at the back of the thigh, and the iliopsoas influences pelvic tilt. If either group lacks flexibility, your range of motion will be severely limited. And don't forget the fascia, the thin tissue that wraps around your muscles like a web. If left unstretched for long periods, fascia becomes stiff and can even develop adhesions, further restricting muscle movement. But pain isn't proof of progress. Many beginners, or even parents of young learners, mistakenly believe that no pain, no gain. Some even resort to forcing the body down with their weight, unaware that such aggressive methods not only yield limited results but also carry a high risk of injury. A sharp, tearing pain often signals you're pushing beyond what your muscles and ligaments can handle. At best, you might suffer microtears, at worst, a full-blown strain, joint misalignment, or hip damage, all of which require far longer recovery time. Why is it that some people seem to stretch effortlessly, while others feel like they're being tortured? Part of it comes down to genetics. Some people are born with looser ligaments and can slide into splits as easily as drinking water. Most of us, however, aren't so lucky. Tight ligaments and stiff fascia mean more discomfort during training. Age also plays a significant role. Children's bodies contain more water and their tissues are naturally softer, making stretching easier. As we age, inactivity causes muscles and fascia to stiffen, and our nervous system becomes more sensitive to stretch-induced pain. A sedentary lifestyle compounds the issue. Prolonged sitting or standing without regular stretching shortens and hardens the muscles. Sudden deep stretching after long-term neglect will naturally feel much more painful. Finally, poor training methods only make things worse. Skipping warm-ups, using incorrect techniques, or applying force in the wrong direction all make stretching harder and more painful. The good news is, splits don't have to feel like torture if you train smart. Always start with a thorough warm-up to get your blood flowing, raise your body temperature, and increase tissue elasticity. This makes opening up your body significantly easier. Light cardio like jogging in place or jumping jacks helps raise your core temperature, while dynamic movements like leg swings or hip circles loosen key areas. Lunges and wave-like leg presses further prepare the muscles. Progress gradually. Flexibility is something built through consistent effort, not overnight miracles. 10 to 20 minutes of focused stretching daily will yield far better results than sporadic, brutal attempts. For example, a 3-month training plan might look like this. In the first month, focus on improving hip mobility and activating key muscles through dynamic and basic stretches like lunges and forward bends. In months 2 and 3, gradually deepen the stretches and improve your tolerance through static holds and assisted positions, using tools like walls or seated stretches. Finally, transition to practicing the full split position with props like yoga blocks for support, allowing your body to safely adapt to the posture. Correct technique matters just as much as consistency. When stretching, pay attention to where you're directing your force. For side splits, knees should point upwards, not inward. For front splits, ensure your back hip faces down, not tilting outward. Engage your core and maintain a stable, neutral pelvis. Proper alignment not only helps you progress faster but also reduces unnecessary discomfort. Breathing is equally important. Beginners often hold their breath and tense up, making their bodies resist the stretch even more. Deep breathing helps relax the muscles and lowers pain sensitivity. Inhale as you prepare to stretch, exhale as you gently deepen into it, holding at a comfortable maximum. Props can make stretching safer and more effective. Yoga blocks, resistance bands, and walls help you maintain the correct angles and depth while minimizing the risk of injury. Blocks can support your hips to reduce strain, bands assist in controlled leg movements, and walls help stabilize your pelvis. Be patient. Don't fall for promises like achieve splits in 7 days. Improving flexibility typically takes at least 3 months of consistent practice. Everyone's body is different, comparison is pointless. But with the right methods, even the stiffest person will see gratifying results within half a year. Flexibility isn't just about looking good in splits. It improves posture, relieves pain, prevents injury, and keeps your body feeling youthful and healthy. One final note of caution: if you experience sharp, tearing pain, persistent swelling, joint discomfort, numbness, or radiating pain during practice, stop immediately and consult a professional. Ultimately, flexibility is not a battle against your body, it's a dialogue with it. Your goal isn't to conquer your limits through brute force, but to guide your body gently and consistently toward adaptation. Behind every dancer who appears effortlessly supple is a history of sweat and persistence. Instead of stressing over how far you still have to go, celebrate every breath, every inch of progress as a small victory worth cherishing. Flexibility isn't a gift of genetics, it's the reward for habit. And one day, when you ease gracefully into a perfect split, you'll be able to smile and say with confidence, "This doesn't hurt anymore."